I Marshals is the only constant in the Yellowstone universe that is taking serious steps right now, and I want to applaud it for this. It just announced Casey Dutton's partner in crime in the show, alongside an official release date and a clear plot, and we need to talk about it. Y Marshals follows Casey Dutton, played once again by our handsome Luke Grimes, and it marks a serious departure from the Yellowstone ranch we've come to know, not only in terms of style, but also its subject matter. I mean, I think we all know that Casey has always felt like the character stuck between worlds. He has always been part cowboy, part soldier, always torn between duty and peace. Well, turns out, in Y Marshals, that duality becomes the entire premise. The official logline says, with the Yellowstone ranch behind him, Dutton joins an elite unit of U.S. Marshals, combining his skills as a cowboy and Navy SEAL to bring range justice to Montana, where he and his teammates must balance family, duty, and the high psychological cost that comes with serving as the last line of defense in the region's war on violence. I don't know about you guys, but this sounds pretty cut clear to me. This is Casey's show, and he is no longer yet another Dutton child who is expected to sacrifice himself for the ranch. Now he is a Dutton man with his own agency and adventure. This new environment takes Casey into a much darker and more action-packed world. Despite my criticisms for him, I have to admit I've always admired how Taylor Sheridan tells stories that aren't just about action, but about internal conflict. And this series sounds like it's leaning even harder into that. The idea of range justice makes me think we'll still get that traditional Montana aesthetic we all love, but now it'll be mixed with shootouts, tactical operations, and the emotional toll that comes with taking lives to protect others. You know, typical soldier stuff. Now, on to the good news. The cast is officially growing as we just got the news on who will accompany Casey in his operations, and it will be none other than Logan Marshall-Green. He will play Pete Calvin, a friend from Casey's time in the military. I don't know about you guys, but to me, that detail alone opens so many narrative doors. Casey's military past has always been a shadow in the background of Yellowstone, but now it's becoming a central part of the story. Pete won't just be a side character either. Logan has the screen presence to go toe-to-toe with Luke, and I really feel like their dynamic will be one of the show's emotional anchors. You know, frenemies vibes. They are the only ones who get each other since they share a common past, but they also have this weird rivalry and resentment for each other since they saw the worst of themselves in those experiences. By the way, if you didn't notice, Logan's casting was the second announcement for the series, and the first actor to be brought in who wasn't already part of the Yellowstone franchise. And if you've seen Logan's work before, you know he's a master of intensity. He was brilliant in Upgrade, terrifying in The Invitation, and unforgettable in Prometheus. He's also been on series like Big Sky, Damnation, Dark Blue, Traveler, and The OC. Most recently, he showed up as Adam in And Just Like That on HBO Max's third season. The man can play dark, layered, emotionally complex characters. Exactly the kind of role Pete Calvin seems to be. Even the behind-the-scenes team on Y Marshals is stacked. The pilot episode is written by Spencer Hudnut, who's also serving as the showrunner. That's a big deal because Hudnut is known for SEAL Team, a series that lives in the same gritty, emotionally charged world I'm expecting from this spin-off. It's the perfect match. The premiere will be directed by Greg Yaitanes, another powerhouse in TV who knows how to bring action and character together in a meaningful way. Another good news is that the show already got a 13-episode order, so clearly CBS believes in it enough to place it in the highly competitive Sunday 9 p.m. time slot. That's after Tracker wraps up, so clearly they're expecting Y Marshals to bring in a serious audience. The show will officially premiere in spring 2026, right in the middle of the new broadcast season. And even though it's airing on CBS, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up streaming on Paramount Plus later. That's how most of the Yellowstone world seems to work now. By the way, if you are curious about the production team and whether we would be able to rely on them or not, MTV Entertainment Studios is behind it, along with 101 Studios, and it's being distributed by Paramount Global Content Distribution. But what really caught my eye was just how many executive producers are involved. The list includes Taylor Sheridan, of course, but also David C. Glasser, Spencer Hudnut, Luke Grimes, Greg Yaitanes, John Linson, Art Linson, Ron Burkle, David Hutkin, Bob Yari, Michael Friedman, and Keith Cox. Now, while Y Marshals definitely feels like its own beast, I don't think it's abandoning the Dutton legacy entirely. This is still Casey's story, and that means we're likely to see threads from Yellowstone continue. For one, Monica and Tate will be there as the emotional support for Casey, which tells a lot already. And yes, behind-the-scene rumors suggest that Casey's first mission will be to hunt down the company that took John Dutton off, completing his revenge that started in Yellowstone Season 5. I know, a lot of you guys were mad that he let that guy go in the Yellowstone finale, leaving things incomplete. So now, it is time to complete this storyline and take the revenge of John for good. For more weekly updates, discussions, and analysis on Y Marshals, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.